Well, hate crimes have become frequent in the United States, and more commonly, the targets are Muslims. That's in a country where Islam remains the fastest growing religion. That's in a country where Islam remains the fastest growing religion. That's in a country where Islam remains the fastest growing religion. So how do Muslims, especially those who made a conscious choice to convert, feeling nowadays with Islamophobia on the rise? In the third and final part of his Muslims in America series, RT's Alexei Yarashevsky spent a day with a white American Muslim convert.
To some, Islam is the root of all problems.
Not all Muslims are terrorists, but all terrorists are Muslim.
To many others who have a clue or read and understood the Quran, it's exactly the opposite.
It is a peaceful religion, but these other people have a whole political agenda, and I don't understand it. It's horrifying. Something that has been such a very positive in my life is now being portrayed as a training ground for mindless maniacs, really, who don't care who they murder.
Nevertheless, despite pundits and politicians alike continuously failing to see the difference between Islam and its radical offshoots, this religion is expanding at a fast pace.
There are still no exact statistics as to how many Muslims are there in the United States. Some statistics say it's 4 million, some double that figure. What's undeniable is the rapid growth of Islam in the country. Only 10 years ago, there were only 50 Islamic schools across the nation. Now this number stands at 200. The same applies to Islamic centers. This number has tripled over the last 2 decades.
And to a certain extent, Islam can credit converts for its growth. But if this religion is evil, as some believe, why would people growing up in other environments want to join it? But if this religion is evil, as some believe, why would people growing up in other environments want to join it? We spent a day with a convert to find out.
I pray here, I pray everywhere in the house.
Robert McGough is what you would call a genuine white American. In fact, his family's presence in the United States dates back 4 centuries.
So you have this piece of art, basically centerpiece in your apartment, right?
Well, Islam is the centerpiece of my life.
Nevertheless, 9 years ago, Robert made a life-changing decision.
I was raised Christian, and I always liked the idea of monotheism. When I learned about Islam and how it has a monotheistic focus very similar to Judaism, but it has a place for Jesus as a respected prophet, it clicked.
One of the more pleasant parts of being a Muslim to Robert is going to mosque prayers. It's here, he says, that the true nature of Islam is being revealed.
They say in America the most segregated hour is Sunday in America when people go to church, but here it's quite different. There are peoples from every corner of the world meeting each other, praying with each other, living their lives, marrying into each other's families.
Robert's affinity towards Islam transformed into his professional life.
This is the national office, just several blocks from Capitol Hill.
He now works for the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, providing legal help to Muslims in peril. Needless to say, with the rise of Islamophobia in the United States, Robert and his colleagues have been busy. The notion you would often hear from Muslims in America these days. They acknowledge that thanks to those committing atrocities while associating themselves with Islam, the whole religion is being put into crosshairs. But just as their book, the Quran, teaches them, they're sure that adversity will eventually make way for the bright future. Alexei Yarashevsky, RT, reporting from Washington, D.C.